In the last lesson, we showed you how we can insert data into our database, and we saw how the auto increment works really nice and neatly. So sometimes within the code, you might want to get this number. So let's say you've inserted it and you want to be able to differentiate it. Maybe you want to send something back and utilize that information if you're tying it together with another database table and you need to utilize those IDs. There is a way to get that back within your PHP code. So let's take a look at our code that we did within the last lesson. We have our query here. We initiate our query. Here we had new entry added. So what I wanted to add into this is, and this is a built-in value here within MySQL. It's mysqli, and we've got some options here. And the one that I'm looking for is, so I don't see that within that list there. So it's MySQL insert ID. And then what we need to do is, again, call back to that open database connection. And now, check out what happens now. So we do added, and we actually get that unique ID back that coincides with the information that we've entered in. And that's a really neat feature because this comes in really useful, that you can always pull back that ID and utilize it within other codes. So if you could imagine that if you're tying together this user and maybe you want to get this user's ID, you could really easily get it back and then utilize it within your PHP code and output it as needed. So really good option, and that's really simple to add that in because it's already in that query object. It's already sitting there within the connection. It knows what the last insert was, and it can pull back that ID within just this one line of code.